What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the next and final episode of Freaks of the Industry. This is episode number 50.
Oh,
Real brief before we get started on this episode. It was November 1st, 2020, during COVID and everything, where me and Madam Coleman, my homegirl, my ace, Ace Boone Coon, we decided we were on another show, the Money J Project. You can find that on iTunes, Spotify, and everything else. And by being on our show, we had a great time. It was the Sex Timber episode where we talked about sex and all kind of nasty goodies. And we did so well. Episode was chopped up into two different episodes because it lasted 3 hours. And that's when we knew we had something going on.
Yeah,
so
something going
so Madam Coleman may come tonight. She had a prior engagement to be on the last show. But if she doesn't come, salute. She's here in spirit as well as Texas Homegrown. She's right now hanging out with out and about in these streets, doing some things, some good, positive, fun things that I wish I was out doing, but I got to work tomorrow. So here we go, episode 50. Tonight's episode is addictions, sex addictions, vice, or therapy. Which one are you? And right across from me, we have my lovely wife of 12 or 13 years. I'm
19 in the game, though.
19 years in the game.
Say that.
Boss Lady Brooks.
Hi, hello.
Next to her, we got my BFF, my Ace Bone Cone, the real one, Chocolate.
Hello.
All right, so, well, all right, so this is the last episode. No need for cakes and liquor and all that to get drunk on unless my wife got some in her container. But
Random head is
this
nice.
the random head will work as well.
I don't like balloons.
But we gonna talk about some things that just where do you stand with when it comes to sex? Is it for you? Is it an addiction? Would a vice and addiction be the same thing?
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
Or is
I'm
it
gonna
therapy?
Explain it. I'm going to explain it as it pertains to you.
To me.
Yes, that's only because I need an example. Most
you-
of y'all may or may not know Mr. Brooks. That's Mr. Bitches.
Mr. Bitches.
DJ Arby's, because he
I got the meats. Black Hef.
Black Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
Yeah, And then
From the
there's
party scene.
Moby Dick.
Moby Dick.
A lot of y'all females
Or Mosky, depending on how you know
have
me.
met Moby Dick and Mosky. And y'all be like, I don't need no daddy. Like, suck this dick.
Suck
You
this
know,
dick.
That's,
And then
that's
they
how
be like,
that go.
Then they're like, yeah, I suck that dick. And they cheer.
It's the truth. I'll be like, wow. Okay, so we got what I say, addiction, vice, or therapy. Okay, when I met Mr. Brooks, it wasn't the first thing wasn't sex between me and him, okay, because we both goofy and all that. But when the sex did enter the game, oh man, it was amazing. And then when other people entered the game, it was phenomenal. So I never once even questioned where sex stood on his spectrum as my boyfriend or my husband. I never even thought about it. But once we got married, it dawned on me, sex for Mr. Brooks in the beginning was an addiction. Okay. And I always say, if it's an addiction or a vice, do not try to compete with it, because you can't. You can't compete with that. But after a while, when we were together, that addiction became more of a vice, one of those little hobbies that he, get off into. We started having them parties, so it became, his vice. Like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I want to do that. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I gotta have it like this, and then the rest of the time, I gotta go to work and be dad. So it became a vice. Now, as far as I'm concerned, for some of the people we've met in the lifestyle, it's therapy. It's neither an addiction nor a vice. It's therapy, where they just have it for whatever reason. I need to forget all this bullshit that happened in my childhood. I'm gonna use sex as therapy.
Or, would it also be considered therapy if they have a mate at home that is horrible in bed, but they love them, but they got to get that issue off, and they can't get it off at home without a toy?
Yeah, that's a form of therapy. To forget what happens at home. I know a lot of people will marry for money, marry for insurance, marry for status, or they'll
I'm 32 now. I guess it's time.
I don't want to be
You're
alone.
really not ready.
and they'll keep their married life that way, but they gotta go out there and get it. They gotta have it. They like how she do it. No offense to my wife, but she a nasty bitch. And then wife somewhere being a nasty bitch for somebody else. You just never know.
You never know, and that's
So,
real.
And again,
Anybody watching this show, keep in mind.
Keep in mind.
I've had partners in my life, whereas me and my partner would meet the same girl, and 3 different things would come out of her depending on who she's with. If it was me, it was freaky nasty shit. If it was my partner KB, they be dropping down money. I've seen chicks buy him and my cousin Jay, they could buy them bikes and clothes and take them on trips. And then for other motherfuckers, for my one partner, they always fell in love, so they want to be booed up and hemmed up with the nigga. So it's so for you to be married, even with women.
Yeah.
Your husband or baby daddy or boyfriend or whoever you with right now, he may be one way with you, but he's a totally another way with another woman or another man. Because it's 2020, 2021. So.
And again, if it's an addiction, you can't compete with that. You may as well either let him do who he want to do and be who he is, or walk away. There is no in between. There is no reason to cry about it because it's not you. It's not you.
It's not you.
Oh, her nanny is just so dry. I gotta be over here with old girl. Yo, it's not you. Yo, nanny dry because you worried about where he at in his head, where he thinking he want to be in his head. It all comes across. It's therapy. You know, inbox me if you want to go a little deeper. I'm just saying, I'm on Facebook. Hey. But yeah, for me, therapy. It's make me forget. And I mean that. Like, I don't want to think about anything else. Make me forget.
Chocolate.
If you can do that, you got it.
Chocolate, what say you?
Okay, so at some stage of my life, I've experienced all 3. I mean, anyone who's lived should have gone through all 3 if they're 100 with themselves.
Right.
But at this point,
I conceded.
with everything, all the bullshit that I've been through, pure pleasure. If you can't give me mental and physical pleasure, you need to go.
I don't see why you still sitting there.
Yeah.
I mean it. I mean,
Don't
nobody
waste your
might
time.
agree with me, but I will lock this shit down until get that 1, 2, or 3. However, it all got to be pleasure.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing now. I'm vetting some newbies, and I'm at 47. I'm over it. If you don't know, you just don't know.
So since you lost your main squeeze, now you pull some tenders up off the bench.
Don't make 'em too tender, 'cause you got to do a lot of teaching.
I've had fans that's just literally been waiting in my inbox for the 3-year grief period to be over. But yeah, so that ain't never been a problem. My thing is I'm sapiosexual, and then that kind of, runs into who I meet and deal with. That makes it exciting. But no, it's a wrap. I get it when I get it. Be like, oh, okay. I know a couple of people that got that for me, though.
Right.
Shout out. I know you listening.
Well, all right.
No, sir.
I know for me, like my wife said, it's addiction. Now, of course, addiction has changed since I've gotten older. People have always asked me, so Mo, when you get a certain age, bro, you gonna stop? I tell them, no, I ain't gonna stop.
Never do.
And I haven't stopped. I just slowed down, and I've been wiser about my choices and who I sleep with,
How you make moves.
and when it goes down. Because at any given point in time, if my wife was asleep, I used to try to creep out the house.
Yeah.
I wasn't successful at all, but it didn't matter to me. I wanted any excuse, any reason, pick a fight just to get the fuck out the house to go get that old girl at the new pussy or some old pussy that was fired to me at the
Weirdo.
time. But now that I'm older, I'm wiser, and I've calmed down a lot.
And learn new ways to do it.
And I've learned new ways to do it. And it's not even about. Everyone wants that option. Everyone wants to have that opportunity to do what they want to do. It's almost like if you take away a person's opportunity, they feel like oh my God, I got to do it once the opportunity presents itself. But it's more psychological. For me, it was just a matter of just picking and choosing the right time to do what I want to do, not just always do it because I could.
Your puzzle pieces came together. What I mean by that, when you met me, what was you doing? Damn near 24/7 on that computer outside of work. You looking for pussy. Damn near.
Because I was bored.
Yeah, you was like, I gotta, and then something. So you got something. So your puzzle pieces started to come together. Now you ain't got to worry about the house and the kids and this, okay, I can still go get pussy. Okay, she there at the house, she got the kids and so on. So your addiction did wane over into a vice. It just became a hobby,
Right.
and we could do together. It turned into that with the parties, and now it's then come over to therapy because it's like, hey, my wife is feeling some kind of way right now. I just want to hang out and chill and kick it and free my mind for a minute.
Yeah.
She gonna be cool. She do what she do, but I just want to hang out. So that's your form of therapy.
And I didn't even realize it was therapy till I realized I was going through a bout of depression. After the passing of the oldest boy,
My child.
and then when I met when I old girl from KC, that was therapy. At the time, I didn't know it. But once I realized, oh shit, I was depressed. She's doing what she's not doing, and it was nothing. She does everything you do, but you stop doing it. So it's not like she's any better than you. Matter of fact, you got the ring, so I guess you the champ. You the one. You won.
I'm the GOAT.
You the GOAT. But it's just the situation whereas at the time, anywhere I wanted to go, she was there. It meant a lot to me that she was willing to drive 3.5 hours from Kansas City just to come kick it for a day or two. That meant a lot. But as time went on, things started to wane. And it was like once she met you,
I told you.
yeah, you called
I
it.
called it.
Once the sneaking stopped,
It wasn't exciting.
it wasn't exciting no more. And it got
And it wasn't necessary.
It wasn't necessary.
It's like she catered to you to a certain point, and that's what you were needing at the time. April wasn't in the capacity to do that.
right.
And so, yeah, it's good, but all good things must come to an end.
Meanwhile, I was severely getting my cheeks clapped
Every time I'm in KC.
to come out of my depression.
what you
So
needed.
that's why I said it ended in therapy. I guess
Yeah.
because of how old we are or whatever. But
Yeah.
it was novel at best right there at the end, and it's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
bro.
not that best.
I'd be the cold water to his warm sun. Like I'd be like, and this is what she about. Da 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 da. He'd be like, oh man. But see, the fun for him is finding all of that out and doing it.
Boss had met her one time.
And
Of course, over the course of me and her kicking it over like damn near a year period. Just over the phone, she only knew so much about her. But then when she met her, April called her. She was like, she this, and this. And I was like, wow. And I didn't want to believe it, but I knew it.
Unfortunately, women give themselves away. It's not you. It's not what she's heard. It's upon meeting, their whole demeanor changes when they come across April.
But her demeanor never changed when we came across April.
yes, it did.
Bullshit. I bet you did.
Yes,
That
it
shit
did.
men don't pick up on.
This shit men don't
Okay,
pick
well,
up
then,
on.
I bet you
I
won't.
stand corrected.
Because the first thing you said was like, we ain't gonna tell our business on, But how some people, have mommy issues or
Oh yeah,
and then it was like,
yeah. You okay?
Yeah, right.
yeah,
so
yeah,
and
like
I didn't
you
want to
said, yeah.
partake because I don't want to. I don't want to crush your little friendship,
Right.
Because I could, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
People don't. They put themselves in that position.
And
yeah,
that's what I
it was,
said.
it was interesting. It was interesting at best. And it everything worked out perfectly because me and I'm still cool. We still cool.
It's always a good
The
thing.
difference
Grateful.
is that there are so many couples that claim that they have this certain type of relationship, and they want to entice you into it. Been there, done that. And then when it comes down
They don't
to
be
it,
believing us.
they both lied. And so when you come across a couple who both lying, they lying to me, they lying to themselves, they lying about everything. So then when everything falls apart,
yeah.
they looking at you like, you just stepped in and
stepped
broke
in.
up this happy home. Home wasn't happy from day
From
one.
day
First of all,
Exactly. So when
Committed
they come
home.
across you two and y'all about y'all shit,
And we don't lie about shit.
and you don't
Yeah,
lie
we
about nothing,
committed.
and y'all tell each other what you don't tell that outside person,
the most
then
part.
they trying to figure it out.
But with her, she didn't try to figure out nothing. She didn't care. She's the one who. The situation with us, me and the old girl, was. It was
I get it.
Yeah.
That was all well and good until she met her.
possibly, yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, okay. That's
'cause
fair.
with most people, it's wow. How can I have that? How can I be that?
But they don't have the stamina for it.
Trust me, you can't
If
do
you
what I
can't
do.
even if you can't even handle a monogamous relationship, how the hell you gonna handle something like this?
Just don't-
Yeah.
Now, how many people
All I know, don't fuck up
truly
my
about their
husband.
shit?
True, you're right.
So
That's
when
how I
I say
feel
I
about
don't
that.
believe in relationships anymore,
Yeah.
because I've seen too much.
Yeah.
I got too many niggas in my inbox and on my phone, and I mean, come on.
And they got women at home.
They got women
Man.
that you see them put them on a pedestal.
Instagram,
oh my
Snapchat,
gosh,
Facebook.
in so many
Baby.
ways. In so many
TikTok.
ways.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, what if I'm with somebody and he do the same shit? I might kill him. I'll be in jail.
You got to really sit down with yourself and decide on what you want that particular relationship to be, because I always felt like if he was going to cheat, and in my head, I was like, cheat for what? But it wasn't the cheating. It was the sneaking, and it wasn't the sneaking. It was the new, and then I'm like,
but
okay,
see,
it
the
comes
cheating
together.
to me is the lies.
Yes.
Now, I'm not.
Let's go there.
You being with somebody else has never been a deal breaker for me. But most guys won't even calm the fuck down long enough for me to explain that to them.
Right.
It always got to be sneaky. I'm a different breed, baby. I don't trip off pussy. But if you would actually sit down and keep it real, we can work out something that you will love. You know what I'm saying?
Swayed by pussy and ass.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they sway by the pussy that want to come in and take over because they think we can do this. I can take it.
We get it a
If you
dime
can
a
take it, you
dozen.
can
They
have it.
gotta chase it for the most part.
Right.
So it's a different angle for the guys, because they be like, I don't want to have to do it this way, but in order to fuck this person, I gotta do it this way. And he tell me that, and I be like, bullshit. Just let her talk to me. Just, hey, my wife want to holler at you. Yeah, it ain't even all that.
Right,
Just
but see,
come your ass to the house.
And even
go.
with that, that's like a double-edged sword.
Be like, yeah,
for the simple fact, the women who don't believe me don't want to meet her because they like, nah, you full of shit. I don't want her beating my ass.
Or
And
they
it's not even
heard,
like that.
they heard, boss. Oh
And
my
then you have
god.
women who do want to meet her, but when they meet her, it's like what they meet after they meet her. It's not like they don't want to be bothered with me no more, but they become instant fans of her, and I'm ass out.
But
Yeah.
they're fans because at a
sweet
certain
person.
point they trying too hard.
Yeah.
Keep it cool, keep it breezy, and get the fuck on.
Yeah, man.
Cause this one don't care for too many people in her space.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I'll be quick to say that I'm very territorial. Y'all can fuck. Yeah, that's cool. Don't try to be me. Don't step on toes. Don't try to be the other wifey. I'll be your number. Don't do
But
all that.
They don't.
Please.
They
I'ma
don't understand because
fucking throttle
the
you.
thing about it is that
Hate
when
that.
he get these civilians,
He gotta do
I
it.
started fucking with civilians
Thank
because
you.
their whole mentality. It was fun to deal with civilians or vanilla people. Vanilla, the same thing,
vanillas.
depending on where you what part of region of the United States you're from.
We ain't talking about white
we call them
people.
civilians right
everyone
here.
understands vanilla.
So the civilians that I met, it was just a way of going. It's almost like, you know how you at one point in time you were young, you were a virgin, and you want to go back to that feeling of how you were so naive and you were young. It felt good to deal with someone that's not even on that. But then once it comes time for sex, and I'm so advanced in what I do and what I like, the vanilla, the civilian sex is like,
Turning you off.
that's it.
Yeah.
So you give me some head, don't spit on it, and I'm supposed to be happy with this. Or I can't call you out your name, and I can't put my finger in your ass. I can't choke you.
Damn. You
And
know
I
all that
can-
shit you got
I
at
can-
home.
I can take when I'm in a bus, I can take the condom off and shoot it on your booty, but not on your chest or your face.
Not them
or your mouth.
lashes. Don't do that.
So
Not them lashes.
I started realizing, like, you know what? This ain't for me. And then on top of that, lifestyle versus civilian. Civilians, they want to be wined and dined and feel special. They want you to come over. I'm bored. What you doing?
Those hoops, I call it.
Can you come over
they
here?
gotta jump through
Because they're
hoops.
not looking for just sex.
Right,
They're
want
looking
for love, a
relationships, booed
companionship,
up, all that.
And don't
that's
let me
why
sniff
you
that out,
should've
'cause I'm
left the civilians a long time ago.
And
You
I
know
did.
what that is, though?
And I did.
That
trying
for
to
my,
conquer
for
something.
my husband, and I'm gonna put it out there. It's the last show. Put it out there. For my husband, it is the addiction of being the man. Here's a whole new person that laughs at all his jokes. His jokes are fresh and new. Here's somebody
Look out.
that's like stroking his fucking ego. He's smiling from ear to ear. I got pictures and videos in my phone doing there. I said, yeah, he with a new one. He laughing ear to ear. So I did my homework over 19 years. But it's that addiction
basically-
of being the
Right.
man.
So basically, he likes that lead up.
That new
That
feeling.
lead
new
up,
feeling.
and then
It
when
resets
just
itself.
when the chick think, oh, this might be a relationship, you like,
No, because he gonna hit it once
No,
or
no,
twice
no.
like he really
I
wants
tell
to.
her off top. It can't
then
be
it's catch
nothing
and
but
release.
me.
no. It don't matter what you tell them.
Catch and release.
A lot of women don't listen.
They
to
don't
what
care
a
what
man
you tell
tell
them.
I'm rare.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
listen to exactly what you say.
Yes, ma'am.
You do.
But a lot of them think in the back of their mind the whole time they're thinking, I can make him change it. Just like we talked about earlier. This pussy will change his mind. This pussy. No, baby.
Yeah, the
pussy
same
will do
way.
nothing.
Same way you like that new feeling, they like the challenge of taking it. Okay, you can't take what ain't yours because he ain't going nowhere.
Well, they figure if they got a hold to him,
You can
then,
distract him,
you know,
but he's still paying bills. You can distract him, but he's still coming home.
But they don't.
Oh.
They don't understand.
Well, they understand now.
Well, they can go on my inbox and I can give them a crash course.
A tutorial.
A tutorial. A tutorial, if you will.
Well, they got fat ass a tutorial because you can toot it up. A tutorial.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm just that way.
You know, it's the new, and
I like it too, though.
what the new?
Yeah, when I catch one on the line and you know we talking all the same things and we know all the same books and I mean again sapiosexual.
When I come in the room and she turn the phone off, I'm like, oh, this is a new tender. I walk
Yeah,
away.
or some pictures I done took. I sure do because my shit don't go off fast enough. My nails, I be like, fuck me, man. Oh, put it in my
You're
boob.
like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Come
Same
on,
with him.
all right.
So I'm like, why do y'all even go through all that?
Because it ain't his business what I'm doing. Just like that phone of his ain't my business.
I'm not talking about that. Do y'all even really care?
We do because we still have that whole.
Why?
It's not even a jealousy thing. It's a what's distracting you from me, my attention. I need your attention right now. What is that you're doing? And then it's like, oh.
Okay.
Nothing.
Now at that point, y'all both full of shit.
No, not after 19 years. That just means I still have a crush on
That's
him.
her. That ain't got nothing to
You
do.
a goddamn lie. You just said.
When last time I did that?
Wait a minute. Did you just see how he said that though?
No,
I know
no.
she turned her phone over.
Yeah, we turn your phone off.
Yeah.
I turn my phone off so I don't piss you off. And that guy got something to hide.
Okay. So
You know a passcode. It ain't never changed.
So
I
the
ain't gonna
thing
look
is,
at that phone.
that works
Exactly.
for y'all, but that's
Yeah.
still full of shit. Simply because
Because
neither one of y'all
I
really
know-
care. You don't really care.
You a
It's
lie.
it's
Bible.
about-
We care.
Bible.
No, I'm gonna tell you why she care. She just wants to. It's not the crush part. She just feel like I want your attention.
No, baby. Hear me out. I've lost him 3 different times.
You ain't never lost.
A lie. You a lie.
What
I
was
had
first,
to.
what was the first time?
What,
And I know one was with yeah, you know who. I can't even mention
okay,
her
you
name.
don't recall the
say no
situation
names.
when you was carrying your ass across that river all the fucking time, and then me and you got into it physically.
Oh, yeah.
I lost
yeah,
his
You
yeah.
man
said
physically, and I didn't even do anything. But it,
I forgot about that.
yeah. So in here, I could lose him, and then I gotta go through 6 or 7 months of bullshit to either put our shit back.
Okay, that's the first
because
time. So what was
yeah,
hold on.
man.
What was the third time? I don't know about the first two. Then 'cause
While I was in that depression, like I
you
needed
didn't
you.
lose me.
Yeah, no. Yes, I did because I needed you from point A to point Z, and you kept venturing out.
I was there, but I was losing my
Yeah,
mind
that's
because
what
you
I'm
lost
saying.
yours.
That's what I'm saying.
So you
I
didn't lose me.
needed-
I wasn't going nowhere.
I needed somebody that was just gonna be solid and like fuck whatever I'm doing. You know, because that's how I do you. Say I don't.
And
Say I don't.
You do, but
Does it-
understand.
How long does it last?
But understand this.
2
About
days.
6 months. Understand this.
For you?
For me, 6 months.
2 days.
Now the longest situationship I was in was with KC.
That ain't what I'm talking
Oh, you
about.
talking about?
Your depression shit when you go.
I don't know. I've never been depressed until
He's never had to
recently.
be.
Okay.
I've never been depressed until
at that
recently,
Time,
like
you both needed
2020.
each other.
No, I had lost a slew of family within the 4 to 2 months. Right there in that 4 to 2 months, I lost about 6 people. But then when it came to my son, that's my second son
Right, I understand.
that I done buried, and I'm like, you gotta understand who I am to him. You gotta understand who I am to his family, to his kids, and my own. I was being everything to everybody, and I'm doing all the things, and I'm working, and I'm doing all the things.
So let me just say this: she's already a handful as it is, which is not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing.
I'm too
But she's a
much
handful.
woman.
Absolutely.
So let's take her as a handful. Then, prior to her being a handful, she was already mourning the loss of a son that died
Right.
years earlier, and then to have the second son pass.
Wow.
Then the conditions of that son's passing.
Right.
Then we're trying to move. We move. We get this house. Then something happened to work. She goes on sick leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Sick leave pay is 40% of what we already make. So now, it's whatever it is.
It's dwindling.
So everything is adding up.
Everything's adding up.
You already going through.
Hold on. I'm not done. And I'm not done yet. So let's start right there. So she's on sick leave. So then we're starting to do more overtime. So we're doing 6-day work weeks and 13. So that's 13 straight days before you get a day off. So then, and I'm still trying to host parties. After a while, I'm over this party shit because one, we're not making the same profit. We're barely making even. I'm wasting time, energy, effort, and my nut and my jizz trying to do everything, trying to keep the same thing going. So it just wouldn't stop being worth it. So now my release is now gone because it felt good to have those parties.
Right.
Then we get a lump sum of money only for us to get our bank account hacked, lost $8,000. It was under a name that would look familiar. She called the number back and thinking it was this particular place. They didn't say it wasn't them, so we assumed it was them. We waited so long to get the money back. We waited too late. So that's $8,000 gone. 8 stacks gone.
$8,000
to get
gone.
the basement finished. So that now
wasn't
I'm
that
really
bad.
under pressure because I usually, when money hits the fan, if I can't borrow from my father, which I try not to, I got to dip into my 401k, which I got to pay that back plus interest.
Out your
And
paycheck.
taxes. And taxes.
Out your
So
paycheck.
now I'm doing
In a hole.
6-day, 13-day work weeks. The pussy shit didn't dried up because I'm not out there no more. I'm not outside no more. It's during COVID. So that's really depressing. She's at home, ain't sleeping right, ain't bathing right. Her ain't all over her head. She's not the same person I married. It was stressful. I'm losing my motherfucker. She lost her mind. I'm losing my mind. And then out the blue on some random shit. A chick that I met in a Facebook fuck group from Kansas City. I had just so happened to hit up on a random tip because we were supposed to meet up 3 years prior. I go to Kansas City a lot because I used to live there. I still got partners there and people there. Every time I go to KC, I got a little short list on my phone, so-and-so KC, so-and-so KC. So when I come to town, I go down this list and text and contact these motherfuckers to find out, hey, what you doing? I'm in town, what you doing? Every time I was in town, she was always out of town, not knowing she was a truck driver. I didn't know that. So I would link up with whoever I could in Kansas City. Just so happens, I'm in St. Louis. I hit up on a random, hey, Labor Day weekend, what you doing? Nothing. Can you come down? Sure. She comes down, kick it the whole weekend. Had a great time. And the rest is history. We went from there. And I didn't even realize how depressed I was until one day I cried on the phone with her. Not because anything she did, but I was just so happy that I was no longer depressed.
Oh, okay.
So it was, but I'm not going nowhere. I might not have did what she wanted me to do, but I did everything I was supposed to do. It hurt me because things went.
It's marriage.
Right.
Because I remember doing 12-hour days.
Right.
I remember running people all over town in the middle of winter on icy streets.
Right.
I remember grocery shopping for motherfuckers that don't even live in my house. I remember having to go pick up certain people from certain parts of the South Side in the hood. Because, So I'm just saying, it's right there. It's a marriage.
It's not a competition.
I didn't say it was competition.
I'm just saying about the
marriage.
depression.
You
the
do
only
like
thing
I do.
hear from both of y'all is there's a lot of give and take, and
Friendships.
a lot of people are not built for it.
Yes, this is true.
Not to stay together. They built
Usually-
for the drama, but they don't know what it takes to keep it together.
And usually we did something extraordinary. I don't know how we even did this, but I guess because I came up, starting to come up out of my depression and my grief, I'm teaching myself certain things. But usually when a child or a loved one commits suicide, such as what my son did, gunshot suicide, the couples end up breaking up because it's just hard. And then it's not his biological son, it's mine. So in my head, I'm like, that's mine. And I can pretend all day long. And I tell him that all the time. I can be whoever you want me to be. And when we went to KC, that was the first time I had left the house in 2 years. And I said, yeah, I'll go to prove a point. And what did I do? I put on the mask and I went up to KC.
And kicked
Kicked it, right? Still depressed, but I wanted to prove a point. I'm gonna be in the trenches regardless. And if I see somebody that's not good for you or they on some bullshit, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. And it's not out of jealousy. It's cause I'm really territorial about my husband.
And,
You're not finna fuck him over because when you fuck him over, you
with
fuck
all
me
due
over.
respect, you never said nothing
Negative about her.
negative
No,
about
no,
her,
no.
'cause she
I'm
was-
just
she wasn't
saying
no bad-
anybody.
she's not a bad person.
Yeah, I'm just saying
Yeah,
anybody.
yeah.
I'm just saying anybody. I met several
not-
people that weekend.
The thing is that
Right.
it's not necessarily negativity or speaking negative
Nah.
about someone. It's calling what you see.
I can't believe we 19 years in the game, and then I can admit it. I still have my days when I be like, he is so fucking fine. I bullshit you not. I did it yesterday, and then I was kind of irked because I'm like, you know what? But he for the streets, so that's what I did. That's what I did. I was like, he's still on it. So
He for the new street.
he do what he do in them streets.
I'm for my street because I don't go
But-
nowhere for real.
Yeah.
Come over to the house.
He be on that Madden. I know where he at. Somebody asked me that yesterday. I think his sister did. No. Someone else asked me about you playing the game like you do because their partner plays the game like he does. And I was like, at least I know where he at. I mean, the minute he leave the house, me and Max, we wild the fuck out. We do what we do, watch TV. But he on that game, I don't bother him on that game. And then she was like, because me, I come in there, I be wanting my attention to that. I say, yeah, you gonna learn. You gonna learn.
Always she get cussed clean the fuck out. Fuck with me.
Yeah. When he snap, if I walk past and he mess up something, if I walk past the door and he mess up a play or I'm turning down the thermostat, it's my fault. So I just stay the fuck away from the door. I stay away from the room.
Look, I think I was on the phone with him one day, and he was like,
God
"Shit."
damn.
And he was like, I said, I am so sorry.
Sorry. Right.
I'm gonna let you go because
finna hang
yeah,
up.
I can see that.
But that is an example of how sex can be therapy, and just using him as an example, it went from addiction to vice to therapy. In his regard, at 47 something years old.
Yeah.
So have a long conversation with yourself and figure out what it is in your life, how it affects your life, and baby, let me tell you, it'll open up whole new doors.
Right. Speaking of doors, now a lot of these homes have doors.
Yep.
And the person you need to talk to for trying to get a new home is Realtor Debbie Weber at Keller Williams. Interest rates are still historically low, so buyers can afford more house. Basically more bang for your buck. It's a seller's market. That means if you sell a house, you can definitely get a lot of money for your home. Inventory is at record low, so sellers are still getting top dollar for their properties.
Yes,
this means even as many people facing foreclosures due to pandemic issues, they can still sell their property and take a small profit or break even. So whatever your real estate goals are, today is the best day to speak with a professional about your specific needs. Call Debbie Weber at 314-775-0424. And if you're in the St. Louis region, that's who you need to speak with, Debbie Weber. 314-775-0424.
Look at my baby.
Now, what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna talk about. So for the first half, we discussed the addiction, vice, or therapy.
Yeah,
About
just
sex.
a little
Now let's discuss what's coming up. Now this is actually our final episode, but not our complete final episode. This is the final episode of the Freaks of the Industry. Mm-hmm. And now we're going to clap right now.
transitioning.
We're transitioning. So, but the reason behind our last episode is because it has become harder and harder to definitely come up with topics and themes for us to discuss, for me to look up, for us to share with you, the viewers and the subscribers. Mm-hmm. Throughout the year, because it's been going on a year, it'll be a year November 1st, where we started the podcast, and it started off with me, Madam Coleman, Clever, and we had special guest Monty J, and the Love Doctor Ebony. And as time transpired, we lost some people and gained some people. We picked up Texas Homegrown. We picked up Moet and her husband Jay. We picked up Apple Bottom, and we've had a couple guests with Lele, 6-time guest Andrea Ayler, and now we have current new podcast host is Chocolate. So we gonna definitely have some shit going on. So the name of the new podcast is called the Audio Audacity Podcast. Now the reason for this podcast is in life there's always a gang of bullshit and audacity that you see on a daily basis.
Yeah,
so with that being said, it's easier for us to come up with topics, for us to come up with discussions
across the board.
Across the board. Our first episode we're gonna talk about domestic violence and colorism.
Are we? Okay.
Yes, we are. So
right.
we're definitely going to get some things popping with that. And the difference between our podcast along with other podcasts, I can't speak for anyone else, but for ours, we're going to discuss some topics and have what you need to, some links, websites, and numbers for you to contact.
Yeah.
So that way you can get out of your situation or make your situation easier. Mm-hmm. So that way, with therapy, we plan on having therapists on the show and people that have their professions that they can display on our podcast. Mm-hmm. Now, this will be also our last YouTube video. We're not doing any more YouTube videos. So from this point on, we're going to go just strictly audio. So make sure you subscribe. Once we come out with that, we'll let you know. So make sure you subscribe and share it with a friend. But we definitely appreciate everything.
Everybody.
You as a listener. If you've been a listener since day one or picked up on the show a week or so ago, we still appreciate you. So this is definitely a transition for us. But you're going to love the new logo, the new theme song, the same old cast, but with the different feel and a different way of going about the podcast. So we definitely appreciate all who have listened. Also, we're gonna start picking up on. We're gonna do something different. We're gonna try to do calls as well as live feeds on IG. So that way you can ask your questions on IG, and we can, as the podcast is going on, we can answer questions as we go, and make it a lot simpler for you to contact us on the spot live. So that way you yourself as the listener and as our honored guest can speak on and ask questions on what we're talking about at the time. So I appreciate that.
I can't wait.
I'm excited.
Transitioning. Here we go. Rolling over.
Also, my favorite, let's talk about favorite episodes. My favorite episode.
Oh, I thought you should say me.
My favorite episode, I think it was number 9. I might not be sure. If you guys get a chance to go on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, or wherever you heard this podcast or seen this podcast on YouTube, when you get a chance, if you're on YouTube, go to video, go to our website, the Freaks of the Industry podcast, and just click videos, and you can scroll through all 50 videos because this one should be up and on the website real soon as well, and check out my favorite episode. Has always been sex workers and the $40 theory, to where as you find out why the $40 theory, for pussy came into play. So that was my favorite episode.
What episode was that?
I want to say 9. That's what I want to say.
It?
But you get the phone right. Look it up.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look it up when you put the phone in your hand.
Handy dandy.
So of the episodes you've seen, Chocolate, what's your favorite episode?
Live. Live, yeah.
No, she ain't got live. She's seen a couple of them.
It's kind of weird because it's like we talk about so much that shit just kind of melds together. So I can't even say what my favorite episode is. I know. What is? There was something that Texas said that was funny as hell. There's a particular thing that she didn't know the pronunciation for. Do you remember that? Cream pie. Crampy. And I chuckled about that for so long.
He corrected her.
But right. But to me, I don't see any bad. Even before I was on, I was calling you being like, okay, so I'm giving the highlights of what I got out of each show. Right. And, it was cool kind of going back and forth, talking about it or getting a different perspective on certain things. But I just enjoyed the show.
Yeah. You find it yet, babe?
Yeah, I'm looking over there.
What's the number?
Where she...
Episode, no, we're talking about the one I'm talking my favorite one.
Oh, your favorite. What was your favorite again?
Sex worker and the $40 theory.
I think it's number 9.
I want to say 9. That's what I want to say.
So I'm looking through all of them. Hold up.
So are we down to the bottom and shit?
I have to. You show.
Now, my worst episode, the one I hate, I know it off the top of my head, number 6. the X Games. And the reason why I didn't like it, Madam Coleman thought it was a great idea to get the podcast. There was a show ahead of us that came on ahead of us, and she wanted to get them on the show.
Okay.
And in theory, it was a great idea. But once we got everybody on the show, it was horrible because we had 2 shows on one platform. Everybody trying to out-talk each other. Everybody side comments in the microphone. Having a sidebar in the microphone. It drowned me out. And then one particular person, I ain't trying to shit on dude because he ain't here to defend himself.
Oh, okay.
But his whole spiel was about him. Me. And it had nothing to do with you.
That
We
was
talking about
irksome.
something else. So I understand self promotion is good, but bro, don't do that.
What had you all actually listened to their podcast before?
Yeah, we
I mean,
but
and
I
you
wasn't the
think-
one. Hold on. Yes, I was not the one that invited them on. Madam Coleman did.
Yeah,
And
I was
I
like-
get that. I was just wondering, like, how was the respect amongst them in their own podcast?
I have no clue. 'Cause
Gotcha. That's all I was just wondering.
But see,
Like,
I see people for who they are. I look
Yes.
at people and I'm like, okay, that person's this kind of way, that person's that kind of way. Madam Coleman, as long as you on her team, as long as she considers you a fan, she's all love. No matter if you're a shitty person or a good person. I'm not calling them shitty or nothing, but
Right.
but I just knew it wasn't gonna work because of how they did their podcast.
Right.
We had 2 separate different podcasts. We have a topic, a subject, a body, a conclusion.
right.
There was all over the place. There was all over the place. It's like the I called it the
show about
the
nothing.
Seinfeld a podcast, a show about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing. Like once again, not shitting on them because they had their little
I mean,
things
they got
whatever.
they got
It-
their
it-
following.
It wasn't for
Everybody-
me, but I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
they got their
and that's-
following.
I'm not hating. It wasn't for me, but it's cool. Shout out to them wherever they at now. Right now, I know their podcast is no longer on My City, My Music anymore, but they serve their time.
Okay.
Good shit. Good people too. Good people.
Oh yeah, they're great. I'm not finding it, babe.
But you still,
The number anyway.
You still looking forward?
Yeah,
But she can't. It's
I'm-
not hard to find.
it's really it. How I'm looking at it, it's just like 1, 37, 28.
Oh, they got them mixed up. You got to go through the
Yeah,
sort.
click video.
These are the videos,
Yeah,
babe.
they're not.
They're not in
coming-
order.
Yeah, they're not.
They should be.
They absolutely
on
are
my
not.
phone.
I think you got to
Okay,
sort them.
well.
I think you have to set your
Yeah, I don't.
have it set.
We not gonna
So
be.
I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
You click video.
And they'll come up in order.
Yeah, you didn't click video.
I coulda sworn I did.
No, you just clicked home.
I could have sworn I did. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. I know you said.
This is husband and wife
Please,
shit right here,
people,
y'all.
I
It's
know.
live.
Nah, that's
Please,
Mo
please,
shit
live
right
on
there.
the side.
He do her the same way.
Please, mom and dad.
Blink twice.
He does do me the same way.
I know
that
that's Mario.
That
Pay.
way,
I'm consistent.
He be trying to say it's
but
me.
when I get
It's
an
not me.
opportunity, I light his
I'm sorry.
ass up.
It's episode 14.
Yeah,
Circus and the
How about I
$40
didn't really
theory.
care for the
Episode
earlier
14.
ones?
Now,
You were wrong.
Yes, I
You
was
can't.
wrong.
Don't tell him
and
that.
the
child.
the episode that I didn't like, and I was wrong about the number on the second episode I didn't like. The
Uh-huh.
episode I didn't like was episode
But you had that on your phone. You could have found it yourself.
number 10, the X Games. Number 10. So I love 14, and my worst episode I don't like
It's
was number
number
10.
10.
Now, my mom's favorite episode,
Oh, wow.
no, because mama give me support.
Yeah,
My daddy
you know
don't.
what?
bastard,
The
but
family,
mama
the
do.
family listens. They support.
Yeah.
Hey y'all.
This is my cousin Sean. Shout out to Sean.
And Nate-
Sean
Now
P.
I'm embarrassed because now I know that Mama didn't listen to some.
Oh, you know what? I did slip. I'm sorry.
Let's
Wedding.
see.
Turn it off.
I know polyamory was a good episode. The second one, not the first one.
The
That-
second
you know
was a
what?
good one.
That first polyamory episode, I don't like that one either because that.
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah,
that
that
one
was
before.
bogus.
Yeah.
But the second one was lovely. Episode 18 from Males from Alpha to Zeta. That was
Good
my
to you.
mom's favorite episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need to go and listen to that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that was a real
okay.
good one.
All right.
That was
Episode
pretty good.
18.
He had a
So
lot
I'ma
of.
like it, I know it was
right
fine.
now, let me give y'all a brief history lesson on the different
I was
episodes.
talking to somebody.
Episode 1. So this is for y'all if y'all want to check out based on the episodes. Get a pen and paper, write this down.
'Cause he
so that
a
if you see
nerd.
if you hear a title that you might want to check out, write this down or memorize it. Episode number 1, Big Dick Energy. Number 2, BDSM, Dom Lifestyle. Number 3,
I remember that. Yeah.
part 1 and 2, Outside Sex Part 1. Part 2 was
Like that
Throat
one.
Goat, Head Doctor. Number 4, Swinger and Swapping. Number 5, The Life of an Exotic Dancer. That episode had my boy Silk, and that's the very first episode that that we had Texas Homegrown on.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
She ain't always been here, right?
Episode 6, Toys for Twats. That's they have Magic Hands on there with his toys.
Toys, yeah.
Yep.
I remember that now.
Let's see. Number 7, side piece rules and regulations. That is the true thing. You have side piece rules and regulations.
I wrote for
that you
that
gotta,
one.
that you got to abide by. Number 8, we had a fan call-in Q&A show. That was okay.
It was all right.
Calvin called in on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Number
9, open relationships. 10, the X Games. The X Games was basically about the games your ex will play. I mean, it was a good episode. I just don't like the banter amongst the different people. Then we had number 11, polyamory and anal talk.
Yeah, I'm good.
That was weird.
That was weird.
I'm good.
That first one was weird.
Number 12, BDSM sub-dom lifestyle 2.
That
one,
good.
So basically number 2 and number 12 are like 1 and 2. They go hand in hand.
Okay.
And it got better with part 2 because there was so much more that Madam Coleman discussed about. Okay, so now we're on 13, LGBTQ plus pup play, where we had my coworker, Phoenix Hayden Walker. Or was it Hayden Phoenix Walker? Hayden Phoenix Walker. He was on the show and discussed the LGBTQ plus AAA. You know, there's a lot of the alphabet people.
And
no it was a pretty good episode. Then my favorite episode, number 14, sex workers and the $40 theory. If you want to know, it actually is a theory
I wrote for that
about how and why the sex workers came about. I mean, well, not sex workers. I'm sorry. The sex worker part was about the union of the sex workers over in Europe. With the $40 theory is in these streets right now today, and why they came about. Why did someone pick $40 out of all the money in the world to charge for sex? And I get down to the bottom of that. 15, how to get a man and keep a man.
Well, Pat called in on that one.
All
too.
right.
I was calling in.
Episode 16, swinger lifestyle party etiquette. 17,
Go through that every
give and get better sex. 18, males from alpha to zeta. 19, squirting. Is that urine?
Is it urine?
20, the oral sex demonstration. That's when Madam Coleman sat right across in the same seat that Boss Lady's in and had everything out from cucumbers and everything else and gave all kind of visuals on how to give head. 21, the types of cheaters, the different types of cheaters. 22 actually is on my computer. When I get a chance to put that up there, I will.
That's
22,
right.
We had a problem
with it.
We had a problem putting it on YouTube, but it's on. If you want to listen to it, it's on Apple, it's on Spotify, it's on Anchor, it's anywhere you can listen to. It's on Spreaker as well as Google. But the video is actually on my computer. I got to figure out how to put that on there. But 22 is about the different kind of kinks. There is we had like 105 different kinks.
Oh my God, yes.
And then we went one by one. It was a pretty good episode for 22. 23, cuckolding with Boss Lady.
With me?
Yes.
No, me.
Yep, it was cuckolding with Boss Lady. If you
Interesting.
If you know
They
what
even have
cuckolding is,
different types of cuckolding.
yes, they do.
Interesting
And you can
story
find out
about that. That was one of my favorites. I'll tell you why. Because remember, as we was walking through the door, because I think that was my first episode on the show.
Mm-hmm.
As we was walking through the door, I got that news. And I was bawling that my son's best friend also killed himself. So my son was somewhere shook. My 22-year-old son was somewhere shook like, Mama, Mama, Mama. So I had to hurry up and order him an Uber to get him to his father. I had to call his father like, he coming, be there for my son. And again, in the trenches, we had to come in here and do that show. Tears gone, concentrating on the show. But
Episode 24, types of fetishes. 25, all about OnlyFans. We acknowledge
that's
that.
right. I've been on the show since episode 20.
Yeah, we acknowledge that.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. 26, does size matter?
That was my favorite because it does.
All about OnlyFans was a pretty good episode because you had Apple Bottom and Andrea going side by side talking about how OnlyFans go down, all the money she's made on OnlyFans.
On OnlyFans. Yes.
27, get guaranteed sex. Just ways on how brothers can get guaranteed pussy.
Yeah, from a female perspective and yours. That was a cool episode. I like that one.
Fucking personality.
I mean,
that's one
that
way.
helps.
And then episode 28
Don't
through
pee on yourself.
episode 31, we did a host spotlight. This episode 1 was of Mo Brooks.
I got a lot of new friends out of
Episode
that.
2 was of Texas Homegrown. Episode 3 was of Apple Bottom Banks.
Me for
Episode
last.
4 was of Boss Lady Brooks. So that was basically, I'm sorry, 4. That was 28 was Mo Brooks. 29 Texas Homegrown. 30 Apple Bottom Banks. 31 Boss Lady Brooks. And there was a host spotlight where you need to know
The host.
your host for for what they do.
Are we gonna do that again for the?
We possibly can.
For the new show?
Because we got chocolate now, so
Yeah,
definitely.
that's true.
32, guy and girl wants, what they expect from the opposite sex. 33, pole dancing and strip club stories.
Old hoe trick. Yeah. That was,
Oh yeah. 34, sex and mental health.
I did that one. I love
And
that one.
35, interracial sex and relationships. We had the 2 white women on there, April and her friend,
And your son.
as well as my son Tariq, who dates white women and white men.
Boom,
I
boom,
put-
ba-dum.
No, it's okay. I love him.
The way you
doesn't-
said that.
Hey,
Let's say proper pronouns here.
He's just bisexual.
He's
I'm sorry. He dates
transsexual
women
or
and transsexual.
transgender
He
people.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a difference.
White. Dates white women and white transsexuals.
Oh, he's interracial.
He's in Vegas doing his thing.
but
Yes, my
they've
baby.
transitioned fully, right?
Never
Bottom
mind,
and
okay.
36.
36.
Okay.
Bottom
That's where you
booty
was
eaters
at.
and bottom feeders. It's about a show about eating booty.
I'm good.
37. 37.
Gravy.
Polyamory facts, no lies. This episode was with my homegirl Peaches.
This was the second one, right?
This was the second one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I listened
That's
to
the
that
one
one.
I acknowledge as the real polyamory
Yes,
episode.
because I-
The first one.
Yeah,
that
was the
wasn't it.
first one that
That
I
you picked
ever
up on?
listened to. No, you told
That
me
was
to
the only
go
one.
back and
Yeah.
listen to that one. That's when I first met you in April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
38. We had a second Q&A
Q.
show.
Q.
39, Big Dick Energy 2. The first Big Dick Energy was episode
Whack.
1. And it was we had so much fun because it was our first episode.
Everybody was all over the place.
We were all over the place. It was me right here, Clever right here, Ebony,
But
no,
yet.
Ebony,
That was too
Monty, Shimani, and it was
The one who started the show with you.
hold on, brain for it.
Charity.
Madam Coleman.
Oh.
Madam Coleman.
Madam Coleman. Oh, okay.
Shit, not unlock it. I'm sorry.
Jesus, my baby.
Unlock your
You
phone.
know good and well you know this code.
No, I don't.
Boy.
I
Boy,
don't.
you don't know this code,
No,
boy.
I don't, but I'm sure I will after tonight.
Yeah, just look at the fingerprints. That's what I do. Oops, out loud.
Okay.
ain't supposed to
Episode
tell
40.
that.
My favorite episode, getting slutted out.
Yeah,
Slutted
man.
out. I know a lot of girls who love getting slutted out.
I like watching.
Yes, sir. Episode 41.
I do too.
I love watching.
Episode 41, Madam Coleman did a return, and she did the Naughty Bras 2021
That
and
was a
hoe
pretty
bags.
good one, 'cause we
discussed
talked about all of
different- The hoe bags and stuff like that.
Oh, that's an important episode. I listened to that
Yes,
one too.
yes.
Yeah.
Episode 42, Cougars, Zaddies, and $50 to
was
see
here for
dick.
that.
That was your first episode.
Loved that,
That was
one.
hilarious.
Loved that one.
Episode 43,
You know.
masturbation. Episode 44,
Master.
community dick and pussy, no cuffing
Yes.
or
don't
blocking or
understand.
cock blocking. Episode 45, how to cheat and hoe tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
That one. I hate I missed that.
Yeah.
No, you ain't missed nothing. It's still on YouTube.
But she was
No,
supposed to be on
I
the show.
want-
Oh,
today.
you was supposed to
be here.
be
and
here.
Yeah.
Be here. I
Foolishness
see
got
what you're saying.
involved.
Right.
Oh,
46,
go.
soft dick and vaginal dryness.
that was funny.
Yeah.
Soft
It came
dick
in
and
handy,
vaginal
though.
Sorry, yeah. I kind of.
Episode 47, baby mama drama, baby daddy bullshit.
Oh, you was here for that one.
Yeah, I was here for
Yeah.
those two.
Yeah.
Cause I got teary-eyed at
Episode
the end.
48, the porn industry.
Yeah.
Episode 49, good dick and pussy ingredients.
Yep.
And
Macaroni.
this right here is episode 50. Sex, addiction, vice, or therapy. Which one are you?
Yes,
So
Lord.
that right there is all 50 episodes.
That's us.
And we are very
Refer back.
thankful that you guys were with us the whole way, or even part of the way, or even
The
some
race.
of the way.
I like y'all that's reaching back and looking at them again. I like
Yeah,
that. When
we
I see
appreciate
new
that.
numbers, I know y'all looking at it again.
And our most watched video, our top 3 most watched videos
is
on YouTube right now. Is there a drum right here? Let me see if there's a drum. Well, we can do do this.
She did that quite well.
I know.
Here we go.
Keep them.
And now,
If you give me my
the Freaks of the Industry podcast. Top 3 watched videos.
Man.
All right, here we go. Episode 23, Cuckolding with Boss Lady. Right now, it was put up 6 months ago. Right now, we're sitting at 588 views.
Oh, okay.
All right. The second watched video is episode 16, Swinger Lifestyle and Party Etiquette. That was posted 8 months ago. We're sitting at 714 views.
People want to know about
And
that.
the number one video that was posted 5 months ago and sitting at 957 views, almost 1,000 views, is episode 26, Does Size Matter? With Boss Lady. So we definitely
That's what it is.
appreciate the views. And
Cause I like y'all.
once again,
Y'all help me out my depression.
right, once again, we're going to thank everybody who watched the shows. Shit, whether you're on Facebook, on my page, or just randomly came across it. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And remember with this new episode, next week, we're going to start off on a good foot. We're going to definitely do the Audio Audacity podcast.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Can't wait.
I'm excited.
Can't wait.
I'm so excited.
Everything's going to be
I can
fresh and
actually tell
new.
my family.
And we're going to definitely have links for everyone. We're going to make sure you guys get the new Instagram, as well as the Facebook page, as well as anything else we're on. Maybe we might try to do a little TikTok, maybe, possibly. I don't understand TikTok, but we're going to try and make it happen. So that's just what that is. Before we go, is there anything that you guys want to touch on?
Several niggas I won't touch on, but in love and shit. What was your question?
Just threw my whole
We got about 2 minutes. We got about 3 minutes left.
Because of that episode, there was an episode you had, and then somebody was like, "I'm gonna show you why you like getting your ass ate." Because I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna say it again. I don't like it.
Yeah, she don't like getting her ass ate.
That's too familiar.
I think I've had.
I don't like getting ate out either.
Let me not say a lie, but
Please don't.
I can only recall 2 people that I actually didn't mind them touching my ass.
And why is that?
It didn't feel invasive.
Mm.
It didn't feel like they was that was purposeful. Like some guys say, "Oh, she don't like her ass touch. I'm gonna do it anyway." It wasn't like that.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's anal. That's like anal rape with the mouth.
Not actually inside, but it's
Anal
just
oral
that
rape.
I'm already sensitive to it, and then you do it, and then you kill the mood for me.
Yeah, you blow the mood. Don't blow the mood, guys. Don't. If they say they don't like it, don't do it.
Now, if it just happens, and and I'm feeling it, then it keeps going. I'm like, oh, okay, that wasn't I got it. So only 2
Not
that
me.
I can truly say.
Not me, and don't try to prove it.
I'm
gonna tell you about yourself.
As a man, I've had my ass eaten a couple times.
Wasn't me.
It was all right.
No, I'm saying it wasn't me. Just so y'all know out there, it wasn't me. Not ass.
It was all right.
I ain't never touched
Made my dick jump up.
I bet it did.
Yeah.
I mean, I have accidentally crossed that threshold with somebody, and they was like, "Dude, you are the best ever." Blah 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 blah. Yeah, the taint. Yeah, and see, he was just fresh from prison, like 6 months fresh. So I was like, I know how you spent your Sunday afternoon watching Who Draws.
I eat a lot of sweets. I get gas. If you look at my ass, it's gonna sound just like this in your face.
It's gonna be bad business.
Okay, I'm just okay.
Gonna be like,
that's how it's gonna sound.
You gonna be like Max and hop out the bed.
Oh my God,
when you skirt yourself.
Right.
So yeah, I know when you eat ice cream, I don't even bother.
Yeah. So,
lacking the toast.
That bell is the bell, and it's just about over. So, Chocolate, you want to say some shout outs before we walk away? Before we wrap this thing up?
Put it in the can. Go ahead.
Who do I shout out?
I don't know, whoever.
I
nobody.
Shout out
8th grade
all
Preston?
the mature, well endowed, real men.
Oh, because I'll show like here I go.
That are not liars.
Thank you.
And for all 3 of y'all, I appreciate you.
Right.
No, that's right.
All of y'all in the same matchbook.
Right.
Boss Lady Brooks.
Can't spell Capricorn without Cap. I want to shout out. I want to shout out everybody the new friends I've been making on Instagram. Thank you, Texas Homegrown, because your people have really crossed over. I don't know if it's the titties or the voice or what, but yeah, appreciate y'all. Yeah, go find me on Facebook. I'm usually on Facebook more. April Boss Lady Brooks, but yeah, and then I appreciate everybody sitting here on the panel. My people, my love, my crush over there.
Right.
Look at you all chocolatey. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my shout out. Max, same shout out to you too. Okay.
I want to give a shout out to my wife, Chocolate, Texas Homegrown, Apple Bottom.
Oh, all those people too.
Madam Coleman, Moet,
Everyone
Jay,
this possible.
Andrea Ayla.
Mama.
Who else? Monty J. Can't do without Monty J, because if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be here right now.
Wouldn't be here.
That's the pod. That's my pod mama. The doctor, Ebony, and my homeboy, the quiet assassin that's clever. You know, he makes the beats, and he's a good dude.
Appreciate your work, homeboy.
He did my first couple shirts too. So
yeah.
Shout out to Clever.
Appreciate you.
And major shout out to Justin.
Justin in there?
Yeah, Justin Kiki.
Did you see the white
my dude. And if it wasn't for Justin, we wouldn't be here, because this is his studio.
Yeah, and the baby.
Got to give a shout out to Justin.
You know.
Got to.
And the babies.
So, in parting, this is it right here, y'all. So this is the last time you're saying this, because I'm gonna come up with something new and different for the next one.
Okay.
In life, and this is true, and you'll see this true. I say it all the time, but remember this: in life, you can always deny the lie. You can deny it, but you can never deny the truth. Always live your truth. If you ain't living your truth, shit, I don't know what to tell you. So with that being said, peace out. Thank you.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.
And support us for the next podcast.
Right.
Everybody in your circle ain't in your corner. Bye.
So.